So saying that's not the final game of my day. I've got another best of 3 coming up. Cine, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Got Mad Kings taking the second one. SG taking the first one. So
5 seconds.
it's all to play for here to move through it. I do think, let's take a look at the brackets. I'm pretty sure the loser moves down to... Yeah, so there is a loser's bracket. It's SG and Mad Kings, and then Infamous and T-Show is going to be the second match coming up pretty darn soon, actually. Pretty much straight after this one. But yeah, the loser of this, the loser of the next match does drop down to the lower bracket, which will be happening, well, I say tomorrow, but it's already tomorrow. We're half an hour in. Later on in the day, should we say. The Night Stalker, the Chan. Going to be the 2 ban outs. 2 early bans out. And it's interested to see that the Night Stalker is first ban material here. Is he that strong?
He's a great roamer.
Seconds to go.
He obviously the night vision is unbelievable. The Ag's night vision is broken. But it depends what they're kind of looking at running. I think it's 6 or 7 seconds silence at night time as well. Single target, which is pretty huge. The respect ban, the Razor.
Dyer's ban.
Omni going to be the 3rd or the 4th. Razor the 3rd. And pretty standard bans coming up from Mad Kings. I think they ban the Chen, the Omni Knight every single match.
Sure.
So
yeah, in that order as well. So they're happy with the ban order.
10 seconds to go. Radiance ban.
Disruptor, really impactful last match in combination with that Earthshakers was the Gyrocopter. Will SG really not want to be playing up against that this match? You do have first pick, and...
Oh, good. 10 seconds to go.
Go for Mad Kings. Is there anything they really fear
5 seconds.
from SG?
We're about to find out.
Do you think SG go back for that first pick Gyrocopter? Because it's
I don't know that because they get first pick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's I really hate having SG's pick pattern because you
Pick.
I really like getting second and third pick and last pick. I think we're going to see a tiny. Yeah, we are going to see a tiny because they like tiny.
Radiance pick.
It's great. Oh, Mad Kings, that's three times in a row, right? They've picked Nature's Prophet. Sorry, Death Prophet.
Yeah, good hero though. Good strong hero.
They love it.
Yeah.
They love it as well.
And Gyrocopter
we saw it used
out.
to great effect last time.
But if I'm remembering correctly, it's late, guys. I apologise. Words are hard.
5 seconds.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I remember correctly, XG actually picked from the flip to pick first, and Mad Kings took Radiant.
Wow. Fair enough. I mean, I'm not surprised to see Witch Doctor there. Great all-round hero. Good versus tanky heroes like Tiny. Pretty good lane support and scales well late into the game. So I think his
10 seconds to go.
gold talent at level 15 is like 120 extra a minute, which is huge. So you really kind of see him explode with items after that point, which I love to see on supports.
And SG, I mean, first game they ran that offlane Tiny. He shuffled them about a bit, but in the end it was that offlane Tiny. Could we pick up the Sand King, so not actually ban out this time because Mad Kings opted to take out the Gyrocopter. Injured Apparition.
No AA. I've not seen that banned yet, I don't think, so far.
No,
It
not
seems...
in the first 2 matches, no.
Radiance ban.
Oh, lifestealer. They seem to be very specific bans, as if they've got something special in mind. I mean, lifesteal is obviously good against strength-based cores, so maybe that's the issue.
To go. 5 seconds.
And but yeah, the Sand King makes it through the Ancient Apparition ban. Just trying to think about, because we've not really seen Alchemist.
No.
A lot. I
think Vici Gaming ran them. But that was the only team I've seen them run it in recent weeks. Juggernaut, we won't see Juggernaut for once in this series. That's I'm okay with that. He's a great hero, but I'm done seeing Juggernaut.
I mean, both carries taken out, both Gyrocopter and the Juggernaut, both of them taken out, so we're not going to be seeing those two. We're going to be seeing something completely different. And
10 seconds
I wonder if SG go back with the lifesteal being banned out, whether they've got a couple more strength heroes in mind. The Terrorblade makes it through, though.
Yeah, Terrorblade's there, Chaos Knight's there. Just trying to think any other kind of tanky heroes you don't want to face up against.
Whether they put this tiny, maybe put him in the safe lane. Doom wouldn't be that bad.
Naga Siren.
Ooh, I like that.
I think that's going to be a position for Naga Siren, Witch Doctor picking up the hard 5.
Yeah, I really like that. And I've been on a bit of a Naga Siren kick myself in that pos for anytime, you got to play support that nobody wants to do, but, sometimes you got to suck it up and do it yourself. And
sure.
Really think she's, again, I'm playing at like a 2k level, but she's just really strong. Good attack animations. She's got the net, obviously the minus armor built in on that Riptide.
She has high base armor as well, which makes her super tanky in the early game. And amazing at body blocking with the illusions.
And she can transition as well, going towards that sort of semi-carry role, which we used to see the Gyrocopter doing. It was about 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago, where you pick up the support Gyrocopter for the missile and then move him into that like semi-carry role. So if the Naga Siren gets a good start, you can see things like the Diffusal Blade. Obviously, I think Meteor Hammer is a core item now on the Naga Siren, and then things like the Solar Crest as the Keeper of the Light does come out.
So much AoE on the side of SG. All of the heroes having splash damage of some kind. Unsurprising. You want to see. You never want to. Well, that's a good point. Actually, it must be a position for Sand King if you were going to be offlaning the Tiny.
Yeah, it looks like that's what we're going to be getting here. And what's the carry going to be? Because I like Phantom Lancer with the Keeper of the Light. But the Faceless Void wouldn't be a bad position one, I don't think. The Tiny doesn't go well, but...
Yeah, Kotal PL is obviously a classic combo, but you've got Sand King's one of the best counters to PL with the Caustic Finale and the Bow Strike. And we see our first Shadow Fiend of the series. So, who's going mid? We might see maybe Solo Safe Death Prophet or Solo Safe Shadow Fiend. We did see Death Prophet run
10 seconds to go.
She was sort of bottom for a bit in the last game.
Yeah, up against like the aggressive duo of the Shaman and the Jug, yeah.
So maybe it's a mid Shadow Fiend we're going to see a Death Prophet farming.
Yeah, I mean the Naga Siren and the Witch Doctor are two good heroes that keep the enemy locked down while the Death Prophet just literally sucks the life from them. So
sure.
Radiance ban.
Oh, that Visage. It was deadly in game 1. It gives them such sustainable push. The minus armor that it provides is crazy. I think, that's a great pick. And no real way to deal with the familiars at the moment either. The bongos can be problematic, but beyond that, you're okay. You haven't got like a sniper or anything like that picks them off from range really quickly. So
you ban out the Lycan, so they see that kind of trend of we are going to get pushed to death, and they don't want that game ending in 15 minutes. So
they need a carry. Yeah. Also, not a bad shout because Disruptor's banned, and whenever you see a Disruptor, Lycan's countered super hard by Disruptor because obviously he gets glimpsed back, even though you're running at 600 movement speed and you get trapped in the field. So I think that's a smart ban. synergizes well with their team. Plus, the ban suggests that Lycan was maybe on their mind. They've certainly got enough lockdown to afford a Lycan pick if they were to go there.
Similarly, kind of. What would you think about a safe lane Brood here? If you want to go full on push, I mean, maybe they're not with the Shadow Fiend. The Naga Siren does clean those Spiderlings up.
Brood. I think Naga does pretty well against Brood, and you get souls from the spamming the razors. I think you're more likely to see like a PL or maybe even a Luna.
I do like the PL pick here.
But they can afford a carry with very little lockdown because they've got SK, Tiny, and Visage familiars, so they've got enough lockdown. And Invoker. Oh. I don't know what these lanes are, I'll be perfectly honest. It could be farming Tiny, could be farming Visage. Invoker did get a small buff this patch. But yeah, wow.
5 seconds.
I can't wait to see how this is going to pan out in terms of laning.
I guess... No, I'm lost. I'm not even going to start.
Well, Invoker needs XP, like really bad. So I'm guessing it's going to be at most a dual lane, if not a solo lane. So probably mid or solo safe. Tiny's a great offlaner, but you could also run him as obviously as Posi 1 or 2. We saw Visage played as a mid laner in game 1. So I still think it's going to be mid Visage, maybe solo safe Invoker, and the other's tri lane, or there's like a dual lane situation.
Maybe. I mean,
but honestly, the lanes are interesting in these games. Like it's always dual lanes with kind of 2 farming heroes.
I guess
Mad King's very confused, clearly, with this that timer taken away.
Well, not
they go for the Drow Ranger.
Right. This game is going to be over either way in 25 minutes. This is going to be a quick one. Yeah.
One tanky hero in the game, which is Tiny. Everyone else is squish. So, wow. You got glass cannons on either team. Oh. So it's gonna be a mid Invoker and a carry Visage by the looks of it. So they've swapped.
Yeah, but it's gonna be an offlane Death Prophet as well. Banjaz on the Drow, we've got Leo Style on the Shadow Fiend, Sladen on the Naga Siren, and KZ on the Witch Doctor. Maybe they go for something like a dual offlane with the Naga Siren Death Prophet.
Sure.
But yeah, Laposa picking up the Tiny. We've got Theo on the Sand King, Pico on that Keeper of the Light, Costabile, like you mentioned, on the Visage, and Fordia on the Invoker. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be that offlane Tiny up against the Drow.
That's a rough lane. It's a really rough lane. You've got Witch Doctor Drow plus Damage Aura plus Frost Arrows. That's tough.
All right. Well. Okay, yeah, these lanes have thrown me through a loop, but
yeah. Could even see the Drow Witch Doctor. Yeah, they might even go kind of a Naga dual lane.
It's actually crazy that you put the Drow Ranger in that position of, because I've never seen this before, that you put, like say, you put the Drow Ranger in that position of, if she gets caught out, she's so far away from the tier 1 tower, but then she's going to be hitting, like, she's got herself 2 slippers, a couple of branches as well. And both her and the Witch Doctor, like you say, are going to be hitting like a truck. And it looks like they try and, I guess, split this so they can get equal farm. Maybe then move the Naga Siren up for ganks. Or maybe she's just down here for the rune. And then they go for the aggressive try. But
it's peculiar. I think overall I like SG's lineup slightly better. Only because I think they lack lockdown on Mad Kings a little bit. The SG a little tankier. The Visage is kind of a niche pick for them, although it's a new player playing it, so we'll see if he's as proficient.
We're going to be kicking off again This time, no smokes. So both teams just playing it, I say defensively, but the Tiny's taking a wander down near the rune. And Nagasaran going to be enough to dissuade him from coming down this way. Moga.
High hopes for this one.
Yeah, no, Sladen's just going to be sticking around. It looks like he's just going to be, maybe he plays around for a bit to see what the lane's like, but both going for a 2-1-2. Both teams going for a 2-1-2 with the Tiny as well as the Keeper of Light. He's gone for the Illuminate first point in that, which, yeah, I guess if you can get a good avalanche off, you know, you keep 2 or 3 heroes locked down in that, the Illuminate's going to be able to do a decent amount of damage to channel through that way. Or he's just going to be the standard Keeper of the Light things and just push the lane.
Just push the wave.
Yeah, why not? Push it straight up to the tower, put the pressure on straight away. Moga with the life drain onto Leposa, but pushed back by the Illuminate once again. Oh, he's taking a little bit of harass from that, but he is going to be hitting on to 60 plus 3 damage. I think it more comes through for the Shadow Fiend that's going to be hitting for with the extra stacks from the Necromastery, as well as the Drow Aura. This is going to be hard for the Invoker to stand up against.
Yeah, when he gets level sort of, I think maybe 3, certainly 5, he'll be able to contest damage almost. But the first few levels, even his Exhort Invoker, are really tough. I also think this top lane is so hard for SG because you had this SK kind of lane support, and he's obviously not a great lane support. He's melee, the stun is very short range at level 1, and you're up against a Drow Witch Doctor, who you've got a double pull in the top lane, with Radiant and Dyra both managed to pull the wave.
Yeah, the Boros Strike's going to come through onto KZ. He's going to take a little bit of harass, but he's going to put it back onto Theo as well. Theo just giving it the walkaway as far as he can. Bot lane Nagasaran might be a little bit out of position, but he's going to be able to run that away. Picks up the net now as well. And the Soul Spirit Siphon onto Leposa. Gets him pretty low actually, and it's just flat. It's percentage based. Yeah, that's actually going to be pretty good against the Tiny. Sladen gets netted up. The Arcane Rune should be the Nagasarans.
What have we here?
But the Invoker, top of the last hits. So for now, yeah, doing a good job here. But once Leo Style starts to attack those swords, he's got himself 11 already. Gonna be hitting that max 12.
Invoker doing well to kind of keep par though, given the advantage that SF has.
Moga taking the Illuminates, it's just been, in fact, it looks like they maybe want to get aggressive on here.
Big net from Naga and the triple raise from Leo.
I was tricked. Tiny started diving the tower and distractions.
It happens.
Yeah, get your T-Tors out. We'll get ready for the next one. Yeah, the pulls, like you say on this top lane, it's keeping it even for the Drow. 3 last hits behind, but the tower is going to be able to help the Drow pick those back up. And bot lane Nagasaran, what's he going to go for here? Just really hanging around the trees, acting a little bit shifty, but Leposa's tanky enough. You got to back him up, so it's all right. It's fine for now. Witch Doctor, is he looking for another pull? As Sand King, well, they put back into the lane, so that lane might actually push back up towards the Drow Ranger anyway.
I think so. He's got a ward in his stash, Witch Doctor, he might use to try and block that small camp, because the constant pulling by Sand King is really messing up what they want to achieve in this lane.
Good to see the Sand King. Both of them go their own separate ways now. Bottom lane, there's going to be the net, but the Avalanche Toss comes out with the Illuminate. Sladen takes a whole load of damage, but Spirit Siphon, Colt trying to do the body blocks. Crypt Swarm, one more right click. Nagasaran, can he get this? The heal's up from the Tiny, but the Riptide does secure the kill. And now Pico getting pretty darn low as well. Crypt Swarm not going to be enough as the Salve does get him back to healthy. Meanwhile, mid lane, down the lane, it's going to be a Sunstrike, but it's not going to be online because Sand King interrupted it with a Boros Strike, and 4DR picks that kill up anyway. Okay, so 4DR picking up a return kill.
Oh, action top lane. Think he's going to be okay, but this is being harassed out by a Maledict and Drow right click combo. He's actually doing great in this top lane. The Visage is actually winning the lane. I think the pulls from SK are doing pretty amazing work.
Yeah, and just Costabile going for 2 points into the, well, 3 points now to the Gravekeeper's Cloak. And I guess that's one way to deal with the Witch Doctor, right? Because the Maledict isn't that effective because you're not taking as much damage, so you're not taking down as much.
Sure.
So yeah, got himself 4 stacks in that.
Invoker just resigning himself to the jungle at this stage.
Yeah, no need to put yourself in too much trouble. Just play it safe with your Forge Spirit. I get that.
Shadow Fiend quite happy to hoover up these waves now in his absence.
And Draw Ranger actually went for an early point into the Gust, which I don't know how often I've actually seen this. Usually you go for like maybe 3 points into the Frost Arrows or 3 points into the Precision Aura, but I've never really seen like a level 5 into the Gust.
It's a 3-second silence. I mean, a value point is it's not super bad.
Naga in the river gets the, I think that was illusions. Yeah, there must be a minute time on these. Are going to be the illusions from the Naga Siren, and no points into the mirror image either. So Sladen just moves himself back into the lane, but on the top lane we've got a bit of an engagement coming. There's going to be the bongos bouncing through it, bounces back onto the creeps, the Ghost comes through. KZ's going to be able to run himself away as they change target onto Benjas now. The net, the TP coming from the Naga Siren. They do pick up the Drow Ranger, but the return kill goes the way of the Witch Doctor. Now the Shrine is popped. Visage, is he just going to carry on with his Familiars, trying to chase these heroes down? KZ trying to run himself away, but the Familiar damage, oh, the slow as well, as Faudier takes the kill onto Leo style in the mid. Oh god, just can't save his life. And while this is going on, keep it light. Get a free lane bot.
I think this is the first game we've seen SG dominate the lanes, actually. It's always been either pretty even or MK coming out on top.
Oh, don't speak too soon, as Moga is going to be popping the Exorcism, the chase down 40. The Burrow Strike though cancels it off, but the Spirit Siphon still going, and now the cask is going to bounce through 40. He's going to be able to get himself away. Riptide. It looks like the Exorcism was enough to finish him off, and Theo getting pretty darn low now as well from the grave. Sladen taken down by the Invoker as well as Pico. And the Exorcism's still up. He's just going to wander away from this. It is still up now for the next, what, 10 seconds-ish, but with a tiny...
Give it a light. The heal, yeah.
Yeah.
Great trade. Great rotation, sorry.
Radiant's top tower's in bad shape.
And again, it does open the lane up for the Visage, so this is what Costabile likes. Just get in that free lane, just find the farm. You know, don't pay attention to the man on the top lane.
I mean, at your peril. Visage, who gets a great start. You know, already got the Medallion of Courage. Going to pick up Phase Boots pretty soon. And I presumably go onto an Ags, and that's a very difficult train to stop at that stage. Saw it in the first game. Again, didn't have an amazing lane, but hit the timings soon enough, and then all of a sudden knocking on your tier 3 tower.
Naga Sleep stops the Familiars, right?
Sorry?
The Naga Sleep stops the Familiars, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, they're not immune to anything anymore. Immune to spells anymore, sorry. So
that could be good for, you know, trying to stop that push onto the towers, but it does mean popping a song. I suppose it's in the middle of the fight as well, you know, you can reposition yourself away from those little bundles of damage. The Tiny, there's going to be a smoke up. They're trying to move through the trees, wait for anyone to come forward, but the Drow, playing it safe, knows there's 2 heroes missing off the map and moves back to the secret shop. Going for the double Wraithband as well, which, pretty standard just for the starts, moves into the power treads after that.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
Reminds me of Era on the old Fnatic lineup. Used to love Drow with 3 Wraithbands.
Going back years for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that too.
The Radiant lost the top
and
tower.
just keeping an eye on the Drow, because even with the Tiny being missing, just farming up, no vision, but stood on the low ground. It's Benjas now.
All ready to start applying pressure. The these tier 2s.
Actually, the dry range of the double Wraithband makes sense if you go for like a Ring of Aquila into the Hurricane Pike. You need both of them to build those items anyway, so yeah, just some good early stats.
Loaded to the gills.
Naga, the Burrow Strike wasn't in time, so Naga Siren picks himself up. A Haste Rune TP into the top as well. May look to make a move onto Castabeel here. Can they spot him in the trees? Cast gonna bounce, cancels the TP, actually bounces to the familiars as well. The Gust keeps him locked down, and the net over the top. They pick up the main bird. Can they get the birdlings as well? It looks like the right clicks from Benjaz are gonna be enough.
So, yeah.
For at least one.
That's 200 gold. It's pretty good at this stage of the game as well.
Keep you safe.
I think Drow was much happier now. Bit of space to farm. Picked up a couple of familiar kills. Looks like, yep, first line 4 stuff, doesn't surprise me. A lot of jump and lockdown. Get yourself to safety, turn around and gust, and then continue with your damage in mid lane. They smoked up.
Are they going to be able to make the rotation because he's sitting to the far side? Exorcism's going to be popped to try and bait them back in. So Fodia does come back in, and now from behind, well, Smoke's going to pop as Cottle reveals those two heroes. Witch Doctor gets himself in a little bit of trouble. This is going to be the Burrow Strike. This is going to be the death of the Witch Doctor as he was pushed back into the lane. And even the toss. Now Burrow Strike up into one. Meteor's going to fall. And Pico picks that one up with the Illuminate. So two heroes, and I don't even think they got the mid tower. No, the Exorcism used, and nothing found for this. And now the toss onto the Naga Star and the Burrow Strike as well as the Sunstrike should be a kill. Avalanche. Theo picks that one up. And SG.
Executed fight by SG, really nice.
Yeah.
The toss combo twice.
I think Theo's just resigned himself to being the fastball coming away from the tiny, so he can get those
cannibal,
stuns.
sure.
Yeah.
Like me. DP being absolutely deleted by the Meteor combo after the Burrow Strike as well. Like, I really don't think that's how she thought the fight was going to go. The easier tier 1.
I think it was that Witch Doctor being
away, and then yeah.
Yeah, I think that was it. Once the Witch Doctor was caught out, I think everyone else should just run themselves back to the tier 1. But you know, Mad Kings, the Death Prophet got caught out in a funny position on that toss. You know, it's an instant gap closer, so there's nothing the Death Prophet could do. No Yule Septi yet, and paid the price. As far as the net worth goes, it is actually the Shadow Fiend top of that chart. Meteor's going to come through, but he's going to be able to walk himself away, going towards a Dragon Lance of his own. So going to be the momentum, the movement coming out from both cores on the side of Mad Kings.
2 Dragon Lances, yeah, that's good. Huge range. I must say that they need to nerf Drum of Endurance. It's on every hero at this stage, in this patch.
It's just such a good item though, isn't it?
Such a good item.
You get the stats, the extra movement speed, the toss coming in onto Sladen, Burrow Strike to follow up, Sunstrike, Avalanche.
Beautiful.
That is a great combo.
Skills from it's just the Sunstrike and the Cold Blast as well. Like, it was just really nice.
And it does open the lane for the Tiny as well.
Trying to finish off this tier 1 town mid. Yep. Star will get it. So he's opting to go for this right-click build on Shadow Fiend. I've seen a lot of guys going for the Blink Yules. Clearly doesn't think he'll be able to get it off with all the lockdown and initiation available to SG. So I think he's made the right call.
What do you think he goes for? Because it used to be the old build in it that you got max souls, you got yourself, well, going back not that far, but you got yourself your Dragon Lance, and then you went for something like a Desolator, you know, to hit buildings, be that the extra building killer. As well as in the team fights as well, the minus arm is great, it goes well with the Exorcism from the Death Prophet. Drow always benefits from that as well, so do you think that's something that you might make a move towards?
I think stats are the name of the game at the moment. So things like drums, Dragon Lance, SMY, Butterfly, anything that gives kind of raw stats, because obviously stats across the board have been buffed. Particularly the movement speed on Agi is so strong now. So expect we'll see yeah, Dragon Lance maybe into Hurricane Pike or into Sanjin Yasha.
Dire's bottom tower's getting the business.
Another Death Prophet. Does have the Exorcism up. Maybe.
Top tower
Yeah, I guess they don't look for the push. The drums are going to be popped. Just for that extra attack speed. Even the Nagasaran looking to maybe split that lane. Keep the creeps back so they can carry on pushing down this tier 1 tower. The fortification going to come out when it's got 30 health left. But our Kings do secure that tier 1 tower. But do you think they carry on? Maybe. Okay. Maybe they don't. Answer the question for me.
They probably could do. I mean, if they just want to play it safe, they want to farm a little bit. Wait for the level 2 DP ulti. Yeah, they want to use level 11. So the level 2 ulti is much better. So maybe, yeah, that looks like that's what they're going to do. I think this is their power spike though. You've got the level 4 Drow Aura. So sort of 15 to 25 minutes. You're just so artificially stronger than you should be because of the Drow Aura. So
Net comes out, cancels the TP, and there's going to be the Riptide as well as the Illusions, and even the Maledict for a good measure. Yeah.
It's rough.
It was a poor bird.
These ganks are on point from by both teams. We haven't seen a wasted gank so far. And already looking for Roche. They love this Death Prophet.
So yeah, gonna be a quick Roshan, 17 or 16 and a half minutes in. Do you think once the Visage comes back, do SD try and fight this, or because they've got the familiar in the pit? In fact, they can't even fight this.
Don't think they can. No. Sunstrike trying to snail. They did.
What?
He stole the rush with the Sunstrike. What a player! So it was a snatched Aegis by Leo.
Levels that Sunstrike as well. It is 5 levels, 6 levels. Yeah, it's pretty high.
Still pretty legit though. That's nice play. Denies them a little bit of gold as well. Like.
Wow. SG are just content to, let's say, farm this up, try and delay Mad Kings as much as possible because the Drow will drop off pretty soon, probably within the next 15-20 minutes. You're looking at that power spike. No, well, I suppose it's not that she drops off, it's just that the rest of the heroes catch up to the Drow Ranger. You know, she comes into a power spike early, like you were saying, and then the rest of the heroes catch up. So,
sure. I think there is a second smaller spike at like 25 because you get the marksmanship agility at 20. If you can risk going for that, given their level of initiation. And the precision or damage at 25, and you've got the Ags you can get. So I think she's strongest at this stage in the game, but she doesn't fall off as much as she used to maybe six months ago, a year ago. And I think overall, Leo maybe not too upset about the Roche deal because that's a pro Aegis snatch on his permanent record. So props to him.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand. Radiant structures must have been fortified.
I was going to say Mogor looks AFK to me, but that's a full DC.
I don't know what's going on here. I was just trying to check, see if there was any admin talk, but
oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking DP was attacking the tower, and I was thinking as Saki was charging it, I was thinking, okay, is he disconnected? And he actually had.
Well, that was it. I just saw the Nagasaran coming in. I thought, well, as soon as this Sand King TP's in, you know, the Nagasaran gets the net off. The DP takes the tower and runs away. But yeah, Theo just walks right up to DP and Mad Kings. Like I say, hopefully it won't be a long pause, but with the entire team dropping off.
Yeah, that could be here a while if there's a problem with their boot camp or wherever they are.
Okay, they're reconnecting in, so it's not been too long. We get an oi,
Oi.
coming up from Moga.
Leave me alone. I don't think this Sand King is in position to kill at the moment. Oh, you got Tiny in pursuit, but they could just song TP if they have to.
Tiny's got his blink though. So yeah, the Burrow Strike's going to come out. The Sun Strike as well as the Avalanche Toss combo. Sladen picks up the tower. He's going to go for the TP. Anything to cancel this. Everything was used up.
Feels bad, man. I think that he, presumably wouldn't have died there had it not been for the 10 seconds of AFK before the disconnect. But
I'll take that.
I suppose, it happens. There's nothing you can really do about that.
Yeah. They paused as quick as they could have.
So Sladen got the tower at least, no denying that tier 2 tower. It's going to be the Nagasaren picking up the gold. Getting close to the Meteor Hammer as well, 700 away from that, which is going to be the first item.
Power spike, yeah. Big setup, you've got the Requiem as well. You can follow up with, which is massive, and it is the S&Y on Shadow Fiend that we are going to be seeing out in about 400 gold, I think. Yep, about 400 gold.
Theo gives it the well played, just a little bit too late. Those kills came about 30 seconds ago. And but yeah, Leo Star wants to push up. He's got a creep wave about halfway towards the tower. Can't really right click this tier 2 tower down, mate, because the backdoor protection way too strong. Sladen gets himself in between the two towers, going to be able to take these creep down with the Riptide. So SG, are they going to be able to come in and defend this, or will he just give up a tier 2 tower? Maybe
they can defend.
Yeah, they take a tier 2 tower top as well.
Maybe the Drow War is strong. A lot of you got the full souls on Shadow Fiend, so they do hit pretty hard, and they don't want to be song comboed down. So I think they're happy just to let it go.
Yeah,
a little bit of chip damage mid as well. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It's a 1-for-1. You get some damage on the mid tier 2 tower, which it's always a good trade. You don't lose any heroes. There's no real resetting you need to do.
You have this Aegis is still up on Shadow Fiend. Leo wants to be using that. Nice little taunt there. One for the crowd.
Oh, yeah. That's something. Don't ping items because everybody sees that. Like players see that, and other casters see that, and
my bad, I'm doing this. Sorry, guys.
I've only just remembered myself when Sand King gave it the okay. But yeah. Everybody sees that.
Reported. 2K UK caster. My bad. My bad.
Like, it's one of those things you think that would have been fixed after the first time it was done, but no, that does persist. So, anyway, back into the game. 7-10. I think this is the least killy match we've had so far.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it is the deciding game, right? So it's kind of it makes sense that things slow down a little bit. People are taking fewer risks.
The Avalanche Blink's going to come in. Is there a toss as well? The song cancelled off, and the Burrow Strike makes sure that the Nagasaren can't use those vocal cords. Moga going to go for the Chase Mile. It's going to go with the Spirit Siphon as well as the GESC.
Desperately trying to get that song off. It was
not coming, and the EMP with the Tornado onto Leo Style as well. Does still have that Aegis. Now the chase out. Do they have enough? Mana leak onto the Drow.
I think saves Invoker's life. They did have 2 sentries available on Witch Doctor, so that could have done that. I think Tiny just happy to push out mid.
Yeah. Get the kill, get a bit more damage onto this tier 2 tower, and then back yourselves away, And I think that's something that you do see in these third games, that both teams, they do play it a lot more, not passive, but they're a lot more careful with the plays. Because the second game, the team ahead knows that they've got a buffer, the team behind knows they've got to go for it. But this third game, it's everything, and nobody wants to be losing that.
Loaded to the gills.
Yeah, SG just slightly ahead on gold as it is. So you see a gem picked up on coal. So you got Ags, gem, Cottle. That's a lot of vision in the daytime. You're not going to be messing around with that. So we might see SG make a play in about 1 minute 30 when the daytime appears, because no Aegis. Voker's got his Ags. They're slightly ahead. I think they're ready to make moves.
Nagasaren doing a bit of scouting with those mirror images though. Dropping the meteor, I guess just to clean up the creep wave. The gust comes through, but it's going to be off the mark as Mogar gets blinded light away. Everybody walks away alive. And Sladen doing a bit of I'm going to go for the blink dagger actually after the meteor hammer.
And Shadowfiend spotted out by these Forge Spirits, and Invoker goes for the combo.
EMP
No
tornado.
BKB. He just walks away. He's so fast.
It's 517 move speed with the drums. Yeah.
Dyer's mid
Foolish.
tower could use a little help.
Nobody needs to move that fast ever. Or maybe a Bloodseeker, but that's a special or exorcism coming out from the Death Prophet. Blinding Light forces him
Great
back, so the
Blinding Light
Spirit
there.
Siphon, yeah, just cancels that off. Sladen's going to come in
This is
from behind.
They could reinitiate here if they wanted to. Naga Song's away. Doesn't like.
I'll take your tribute.
It's just short. I guess it was just for the TP away safely. Didn't know where the rest of SG were.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy to criticize when you have vision of the whole game.
But it does put the Exorcism as well as the Song on cooldown. Both of them over 2 minutes. So, Mad Kings, that's 2 ultimates down, and this could be a gap that SG need. And the Burst Strike comes through onto the Witch Doctor, the Sun Strike as well. The right clicks Laposa. Just absolutely demolishes the KZ there. And the push coming in, this, yeah, like I say, this opens up no Exorcism, no Song. This just opens up for the team and the minions to be able to push in the towers. And they maneuver over to the tier 2.
Very close game.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
Look at they've got this sustained push with Tiny and the Visage Familiars are so strong. I think if they get a pick, they could easily take a Rax.
And Mad Kings want to chase. They've got 50 seconds till the Exorcism, 76 till the Song. And they're pushing out of the base. They know the Invoker was up on the top lane. He TP'd out to re-push that lane. The Sand King's there as well, splitting the lane. So, are they going to try and make a move, try and make a pick here, Mad Kings?
I think so. I think the window on their power spike is closing pretty quickly, so they want to trying to make something happen.
Yeah, Sladen not going to be able to. Well, there wasn't even a net attempted there onto the Sand King. So Sand King is going to be able to scurry away. TPs himself to the mid, and Invoker's going to go bot, looking for this push. You know there's 2-3 heroes on the top, just because of that really deep lane ward. So Invoker takes this as the opportunity to move down the bot lane, push this in. Should have the Forge Spirits coming up pretty soon if he wants them.
So we have Benjaz going for the Shadow Blade into a Cottle with Ags and Gem. That's very bold. I don't know if maybe he wants to build Silver Age later, maybe to deal with the Visage and the Tiny a bit better.
The Burst Strike comes through onto the DP. There's going to be a big kill
Great.
onto Mogar. Does have the buyback. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if they've seen the Ags on the Keeper of the Light yet. He's been hanging himself back. They might have done. They may have well have done so.
Sure. I don't think 40 seconds is necessarily enough time for them to take a tier 3. Maybe they just try and secure themselves a strong position for Rosh. Get some wards up. DP does also have buyback as well. Of course, they may not be aware of that, but I think, yeah, just back to farming.
Yeah.
Beautiful blinding light from Pico there to get both camps. I love seeing efficient Kotl farming. Something I never mastered.
But yeah, it just goes back to the bot with the creep wave with his 2 Forge Spirit minions. Going to be able to move in again, once again. And this is what SG are doing. They're just like strangling Mad Kings, you know, just forcing them back slowly. Just keeping them inside the tier 3 towers. And
Yeah.
it does make it really hard for Mad Kings to try and scout this out and look for the farm.
I think they're just happy just to take a pick or two, because again the Mad Kings are quite squishy, and just let that Drow power spike kind of die. You know, they're ahead. Let's not do anything too risky. Let's wait till we're more comfortable and the damage kind of, you know, peters out a little bit, and then we can really come into our own.
And Witch Doctor getting close to that 120 gold, sorry, 120 gold talent at level 15. Top lane though, it's going to be a big kill. Leo style. Yeah. 70 seconds, they can push this in.
Buyback. He does have buyback, but that was a big kill. Didn't even get his BKB off. Just combo was too strong.
Oh, this deep lane ward as well. The song does come out, so it's going to protect the DP.
It's going to be a big meme hammer.
Exorcism going to be committed as well. They want to try and turn this fight. The net comes out onto the Invoker. Invoker's going to be used up into the earth, dodging out the Maledict, it looks like, as well. Then gets force staffed away. This looks like Leposa takes down KZE, and it looks like Death Prophet going to be taken down by Costabiel as well. And now the push is well and truly on. They want to be going for Benjaz, or at least Costabiel does as well, with his flying familiars for the lanes. They've got to buy back, right? Or did they just give up this one lane?
They have to. I don't think the EPLT's down, like they can't contest it. The sustained push is too strong there. I think they can actually go 2 lanes here. SG.
The Ghost pushes them back, but it's not going to be for long. And the Shiva's even coming up from the Tiny just to slow everybody down behind the racks. Sladen going to be taking those Illuminates to the face, doing loads of damage. In fact, Invoker slightly off with that Deafening Blast, but that could have been a kill. So yeah, take themselves away in racks. Yeah.
The Kotl Blast healing them up so well as well. The sustain is unbelievable from SG, and unless you have the Song, Meteor Hammer, Death Prophet ulti, you just don't, you can't contest it.
Sun King's hanging around. Maybe goes for Theo, not Sladen's moving himself forward. I was going to say maybe goes for the Blink Initiation with the Visage coming in, but looks like they're just going to make a move towards Roshan instead. Going to be scouted out by the Sunstrike, so SG know this is happening now. How did they respond? Maybe they just let this one go because the push coming in onto the bottom lane.
Just push, yeah.
Yeah. They've got.
I think a second Rax is certainly worth more than a.
Oh, Epicenter Blink into the pit. He may even get this Aegis. He's going to pick it up.
God.
He gets the kill as well.
Oh. T-God!
Gets the delay off, gets the Aegis, the Meteor Hammer's going to slow him down, and now the pick off onto the Leo style is going to have to buy back. This will be a T3 tower on the bot lane, and Moga.
Just still, I was happy him just cancelling TPs, but the steal was huge.
Yeah. I mean, he loses the Aegis instantly, but it doesn't matter, then the TPs come away, so effectively the Sand King gave up nothing there.
Shadow Fiend cannot die here.
Double burrow, Shadow Fiend being locked down there. The Illuminate's coming through doing damage as well. The Force Staff away onto the Sand King though, keeping him safe. Meteor Hammer going to be off the mark because of that Force Staff. And now it is going to be a ranged Rax on the bot. The top, the Visage Familiar's pushing in.
Chipping away.
And SG just content to back themselves away. For the shrines.
Yeah. Leo Star's got a sense of humour. Every time I see him, he's either taunting or fake requiem. He's a memer. He's a memer.
Finders, keepers.
Voka. Gone towards an Octarine core. I can just hear, yeah, the SF ulti winding up in the background now. I suppose it's he's being prepared if he needs to use it at all.
Sure, yeah, it's just getting the rhythm down.
Yeah.
We'll say it's that.
Tiny, I don't think he got the memo from the Sand King. Did just check the Roshan pit, but Sand King got the Aegis about a minute ago, bro. We are Radiant Jungle. Costabile as well as Pico looking for a bit of a hunt. Are they going to be able to see the Naga Siren? It looks like it's just out of range. As Invoker does come down here as well now. Maybe just...
Do I see a Dagon Tiny?
Is that a Dagon Tiny? It's going to be a cold snap onto Leo style. He's being chased down with the Tornado coming through. Sunstrike, as he moves himself, just moves himself around with that decent movement speed. And just gets the kill onto Pico now. BKB popped by Invoker. Burrow Strike is going to come through onto the Witch Doctor, taken down by Theo. Now the chase is on. Excuse me, Exorcism has been popped. And it's going to be chasing down the Visage. But Tiny, while this is going on, Costabile could go down, should go down. Epicenter comes through though, the BKB popped by Benjaz. Able to shrug that one off. Naga Siren might not be so lucky. The Gust comes through. A couple more right clicks. Vodia gets that with the Forge Spirits. Now Mogar, it's going to be the Hurricane Pike, and I think that was the cheese. Yeah. Double Sunstrike with the Burrow Strike though. This could be a big kill. Dust is going to be popped. The chase down. They find Benjaz. He's going to be gusted back, but the right clicks are going to be enough.
2 down. Mark these words.
And now Theo just, yeah, happy with that. He gives it the okay in chat. They're just going to call it GG. Mad Kings can't close it out. Looked super great.
You just missed the Requiem right at the end there. I think that was it. It was just like, call it.
Right, game's over.
A great showing for them, though. A really great showing from Mad Kings.
And, yeah, SG take the series 2-1. A bit of an anticlimactic to end there after that fight. But SG are going to be happy with that. Mad Kings do, unfortunately, crash down to the lower brackets. So they do have a second chance to come back. If you check the schedule, that is going to be happening tomorrow at 11 o'clock. But we do have another match coming up. You sticking around for this, or...?
I have to go to bed. It's like 1 AM. Wish you all the best, though. Great fun. Great games, though. Great games. They put on a great show for the stream.
Yeah.
Close games as well. The third one, a little slower pace, but the first two were super hype and super back and forth. Pretty much the whole time. So
good, decent. I mean, you don't usually see the best of threes being played at all 3 matches, but yeah. So I enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break, 10-15 minute break, and then I'll be doing the. Let's see which match it is. It's the Infamous versus T-Show coming up pretty soon, guys. So stick around. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the matches so far, and there's going to be another great one coming right up.